Hey guys, Bart from TST Industries here. In this video, we're going to show you how to install the new TST Industries Fender Eliminator on a 2016 and up Honda CBR500R and Honda CB500F. In the studio, we have the R model. They're essentially the same bike from the middle back, so they share the same components. The installation procedure is going to be exactly the same for the two bikes, but we're going to show it on this bike. This is a very simple installation. Follow along, let's get started. The first step will be removing the passenger seat. Once that's done, we'll empty the trunk contents and then identify the harness here with all the plugs behind this routing clip. This can actually be bent back. That will expose this boot that we can peel back. And now we have access to these three plugs. Blue and orange are the signal plugs, and this is your license plate light. We'll undo all of these. There is a tab here that needs to be pushed up. You can do it with your nail. I like to do it with a little screwdriver. Makes it a little bit easier. And we'll leave this guy intact. All right, now that this is loose, we're gonna crack open these four fasteners using a 5mm Allen hex key. Once I'm down to the last fastener, I hold the fender from the bottom so that it doesn't just drop. And once the last fastener is out, this whole assembly is free to come out. I'm just going to guide the plugs on the inside so that I don't snag anything. And this just comes right off. All right, so at this point, you have to decide which mode of installation is right for you. We have two that this kit offers. One in which you will not be modifying this portion. There is a return that protrudes from the undertail, and it will cause your new Fender Eliminator license plate mount to sit slightly lower. If you're okay modifying your bike, I recommend that you go this route, where you'll use a utility knife and just cut around the perimeter of this return and just pop it off, and this will enable you to have a nice flush installation here. I think this one looks a little bit better, but the choice is yours. I know some of you guys don't like to modify your bike. All right, so for this type of installation, I recommend reusing the OEM screws. They are stainless steel. They have all four nice matching heads. You basically place them like this, arrange them in this fashion, and from the top side, all these components will be protruding through your subframe. So you just drop one of our washers on each one of these, and then just cap them off with the nuts. We'll demonstrate this on the other mode of installation that we're gonna do. The idea is the same, but you'll see the procedure in action. For the purpose of this video, we cannot modify this particular bike, so we will show you step by step the procedure to mount our Fender Eliminator on an unaltered bike. And if you choose to go the other route, you already saw how that's done. So let's explore this step by step using our hardware, our Fender Eliminator, and two of the screws that came out of the OEM setup. Now we can grab some of the hardware from our kit. I'm going to take 20mm long M6 screws and drop one of the washers on each. And then on the bracket, these are the rearmost holes. And in this orientation from the bottom, we'll drop these screw and washer assemblies through. Hold the screws as you flip over, and you will stack 3 washers on each one of these. All right, now we can fit this assembly onto the bike, and then take 2 of the nuts that we have from our hardware kit and start fastening them on. And once we have them threaded up and they're holding themselves in place, we're going to take the 2 remaining nuts and 2 of the screws from the OEM setup and pretty much just finish off fastening this thing to the bike through the forward holes with our new hardware. Okay, now we can finish tightening the stuff together. The OEM screws will take a 5mm Allen from the bottom and a 10mm hex from the top. And the new hardware from the kit towards the rear will take a 10mm hex from the top and a 4mm Allen from the bottom. All right, so our bracket is on. Now we can mount our license plate. If you're only doing this installation, then this installation will be complete after you just replace your seat. But as you can notice, you've done away with your license plate light and your signaling. So let's talk a little bit about what can be done for that. We have our license plate light, the Stealth license plate light that we offer for these bikes. It's a very low profile, really cool little light that packs a big punch. It is actually very bright, but it almost disappears in the assembly. It mounts behind the license plate and hangs over and shines on the license plate itself. It is not a plug-and-play system, but it's connected into the harness really simply through the use of these Posi-Tap connectors. We do have a separate video on the installation of this light, and we always recommend that you guys buy these products comboed with the license plate light. The choice is yours. Check out the video, check out the page. I think you'll be pleased. The other concern is the signaling system. Now, you've done away with your big pumpkins that come mounted on the OEM setup. What do? Some guys get a integrated tail light that moves the signaling function of the bike into the taillight capsule. We actually don't offer one for this bike at the moment in 2017. That is possibly something we'll be interested in developing, but at the moment we only have this option, which is a nice set of bright LED pod signals. They're low profile and they're adjustable. So we do have separate videos that cover the installation of these parts with Hondas. We invite you to check out that procedure in detail in those videos. I'll just throw these on to show you guys what it's going to look like as a final product. All right, so as you can see here, I've mounted the Fender Eliminator with our pod signal kit, as well as our Stealth license plate light. This is what it looks like as the finished product. If we test the signals, you'll notice that they flash really fast at a rate we call hyper flash. This is basically because we've done away with the incandescent bulb that comes on the bike that draws much more current than its replacement, the LED type lamp. And the OEM setup is meant to notify you if you have a low current condition, because typically that means one of your light bulbs is burnt out. In the case of using OEM versus LED signals, LEDs will draw less current and they'll just hyper flash. So for the purpose of fixing the hyper flash, you could either wire in resistors, which we can provide, or you can have a plug and play component that installs under the tank. You uninstall the OEM component, install this guy. It's a LED flasher relay. It'll slow your rate back down to 85 cycles per minute, which is roughly the OEM rate. If you don't like that rate, you could slip off the cap of this device and access a little adjuster here, and turning it clockwise versus counterclockwise, it'll speed up or slow down the rate, and you could adjust it to your liking. But the main feature of this product is that it's plug and play, replaces your OEM component, and provides a really professional installation versus having to wire in resistors and worry about wiring and heated elements flopping around in your trunk. That's just not really what we like to provide. So this is our solution to it. Watch our video. We have a separate video showing you how to install this step by step. And for the purpose of this video, we are pretty much done. I'm going to replace contents of the trunk and put my seat back on. And now this bike is ready to go. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Check out our other videos, check out our website. If you're watching this on YouTube, we love hearing from you, so please drop us a comment. We'll do our best to reply really quick. And other than that, I'm pretty much done here in this video. We'll see you guys next time.